Japan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
Abernathy here with another edition for Search for Sasquatch with Tom Abernathy, and of course I'm your host, Tom Abernathy. We've come here to deep East Texas in the search for the elusive Sasquatch. We've had a couple of sightings by this lake. We've seen some footprints and some tracks. We may conduct a few interviews if we can find some local woodsmen in the woods. So stick around for another edition of Search for Sasquatch. Tom Abernathy here, currently not sponsored by anyone, but when I'm in the woods, I never leave home without a Winchester knife. They're sharp, they're productive, and they're squatchy. That's Winchester knife. I never leave home without it. I may need to cut on a squatch or stab them if they come after me. Maybe skin out a deer for a squatch food, but that's Winchester knife. They're squatchy. Are you? Tom Abernathy here. We found some squatch tracks down by the lake. We think there may be after these captured ducks that we've set for a trap. We're going to attempt to get them out.
Careful.
Squatchy. Here in East Texas, we found a pretty good spot out here by this lake where they've seen some signs, some tracks. So we're just going to give out a couple of howls and see if we can't get a response. So stick around. Here we go. Try to get a howl. Sometimes the high pitch, I think I heard a tree knock off to our west. Yeah, it's definitely a tree knock. I'm gonna try to give him another howl, maybe a little bit deeper. That's a tree knock. Sometimes they get excited and they'll throw rocks as well. I've had a couple rocks thrown at me, but luckily I eluded them. Also, when you're in the squatch woods, you want to carry some off with you. Mosquitoes and chiggers can be pretty bad. We're going to see if we can sneak up on some problems. The squatch is throwing rocks at us. He overestimated. Yeah. Alright, I think there's more than one. This is getting a little too extreme for me, so we're going to take the crew and move on out of here. We don't want to, I think we may be a female with a couple of babies on the ground. Move on out of here. Run! What the hell was that? You've seen a squatch in these areas. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the other day I came out here to check on the ducks, and I heard a noise in those bushes over there. So I went to take a look, and there was a huge pile of scat. It looked kind of human. So I started looking around, and I saw him walk off that way. And that's the last I saw of him.
How tall do you think he was?
10, 12 feet.
Oh, wow.
It was dark, I could barely see it. He was moving fast and quiet.
Did he make any sounds?
No. I lost him.
Did you get a scent?
It smelled bad.
What did he smell like? Sulfur?
Like a wet dog.
That's pretty disgusting. We hear you had a squatch encounter. Tell us a little bit about it.
The thing was huge.
Where did you see it?
I saw it back over there, that big pile. Can't really see it. It was about this kind of lighting too.
You think he was getting a drink?
Yeah, or probably just watching us.
I think he was maybe stalking you.
Yeah, it was scary. You can actually see like the big green eyes looking at you.
Nice.
It's like just piercing into your soul.
Patrick Duffy, Squatch interview. Squatchy. William Shatner, interview Squatch. William, we hear you've seen a squatch around the water. Can you tell us a little about your encounter?
Well, I was over that stand of trees there last December in a deer blind when something came along and rattled it and then picked it up, carried it way over there and set it down. Couldn't quite see what it was. It was just big, hairy, and about twice as tall as the deer blind.
Did it have a distinct odor?
It stunk.
What could you describe the smell as?
Septic tank.
Did
Overflow.
Overflowed septic tank.
Yes,
What color were its eyes?
Bloodshot red.
Oh yeah, that's definitely squatch. Have you seen any tracks or made any cast?
About that deep in the mud there.
So probably
Big.
700-800 pounds.
At least. Closer to a ton, probably.
Did you call the authorities?
I fired some shots at him out of the deer blind. Didn't really phase him.
Did it run on? Was it on all fours or?
They kind
up
of ran
to-
like a gorilla, you know, on 2 legs.
Very interesting.
I was terrified.
William Shatner, Tom Abernathy,
I've given up deer hunting.
signing off. Squatchy.
You've got mail.
Tom Abernathy here with our mail section of the show. As always, you can email your questions to tomabernathy22@gmail.com. That's tomabernathy22@gmail.com. And also check us out on Facebook. Search for Sasquatch with Tom Abernathy. And of course, I'm your host, Tom Abernathy. First email is from good old John in Benbrook. It just says, T-Ab, you're an idiot. That's not very nice, John, but again, we'll read your letters on here. Aaron from Alvord. Tom, I'm hot on the trail of a big squatch. Tracks possibly size 18 US, men's, Nike. I'm assuming your mom's been walking in the woods and leaving these tracks. Haha. Aaron and John, always funny. That concludes our show. Tune in next week for another great edition of The Search for Sasquatch. Tom Abernathy, and of course I'm your host, Tom Abernathy. Until then, stay squatchy, my Sasquatch brothers and sisters. Sasquatch is as you will it. Do you think he was?
10, 12 feet.
Oh wow.
It's big.
Hairy?
It was dark. I could barely see it. It was moving fast and quiet.
Did he get a scent?
It smelled bad.
What do you smell like? Sulfur?
Like a wet dog.
That's pretty disgusting.
Like a wet and dead dog.
Shh. I'm filming here.
Well, look, it's still.
Oppan Gangnam Style.